Hi, I'm Max Spainhour.
And I'm Troy McCormick. Welcome to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. Indiana Outdoor Adventures is brought to you in part by Cave Country Canoes and Wind River Outfitters. I'm Troy McCormick, and today on Indiana Outdoor Adventures, we're heading north to a place called Wolf Park. Now, Wolf Park is a really interesting place. It's located right outside of Battleground, Indiana. And here at Wolf Park, we have a unique opportunity in that we get to see some interaction between wolves and bison. Here on the property, they have several different wolves, they have coyotes, they have fox, and I think you're really going to enjoy the episode we have today because we're going to get up close and personal with some species of animals that used to be in Indiana, but we don't find them here today. We're looking forward to an exciting time with the wolves and bison at Wolf Park. Today we're with Amanda Shad, the curator of Wolf Park. Now we're just outside of Lafayette, but when you look out across these open fields, it could be anywhere in northern Indiana. But the fact that we're somewhere where there are wolves and bison, you wouldn't think you were anywhere in Indiana. Amanda, tell me just a little bit about Wolf Park, what you do here, and how long you've been here.
Wolf Park is a unique facility located in Battleground, Indiana. We are home to 15 wolves and a small herd of bison, as well as foxes and coyotes. Started by Dr. Eric Klinghammer in 1972 to study wolf vocalizations, we've expanded our research to encompass all aspects of wolf behavior, including the unique wolf and bison demonstration program you are about to see this afternoon.
I'm really looking forward to that one. Now, wolves in Indiana. We used to have wolves.
Yes, the last native wild wolf was probably shot and killed about 100 years ago in Indiana.
Okay, so it's been quite a while. Why bring them back into a setting like this?
We want to expose people to an animal that is often maligned in popular literature and give people an idea to understand the real nature of the wolf.
Okay. Coyotes get a real hard time these days, and we have coyotes on the property, as you mentioned, as well as fox. But wolves, I mean, what is it about wolves that we love to hate almost? Because when you look at them, they're very beautiful creatures, but there's a little bit of fear that's associated with them.
Throughout history, wolves have either been vilified by the public, or now it's come full circle and they're being deified, where we think that they're these amazing animals. Truth of the matter is, wolves are more like people than we would like to admit. They have all of the successes and failures that we have.
Tell me a little bit more about that. I know we equate wolves with packs, and there's an alpha male and an alpha female. Tell me a little bit about the interactions of a pack.
Wolves are social animals, so they do much better living in a group, which is typically a family unit. It can be an extended family with grandparents and grandkids, or it can be a nuclear family if the pack is just starting out. And much like people, all wolves don't get along with all other wolves, and occasionally wolves get kicked out of the pack. Sometimes teenage wolves will wander off on their own, and like college students, boomerang back into the pack.
And they're back. Tell me about the properties. How many acres do we have? How many enclosures? How many wolves are there?
Wolf Park has about 75 acres, most of which is set aside for our herd of bison. Okay. We have a total of 15 wolves living in a variety of social groups, sometimes living by themselves, depending on age or physical ability, living in pairs, small trios, and we have our main pack of wolves as well, which has 5.
Okay, it has 5. How many total wolves are there?
Total of 15.
Total of 15. Does that number fluctuate very much, or is that kind of your core number?
We're not limited to a specific number of wolves that we can handle. Again, it goes back to the personality. If we have a large group of wolves living together, we can handle more wolves. Okay. If we have a bunch of wolves that can't handle living with one another, then we're limited by the number of enclosures we have.
And why have Wolf Park? I mean, we want to have it so that we can educate people and interpret wolves themselves. But are you a rescue facility, or are you truly, or are you a breeding facility, or what's the main reason for Wolf Park?
Wolf Park is an educational and research facility.
Okay. Okay. And the research that you get into, is it about the interactions between the individuals, or what all kind of research do you do?
Where the research originally began with just studying wolf vocalizations, we've expanded that to include all aspects of wolf behavior, from their interpersonal relationships to breeding behavior to hunting behavior to the evolution of a pack.
And we're going to get to see a little bit of hunting behavior this afternoon, and that's open to the general public. Tell me a little bit about the bison wolf exhibition that we're going to see, or what do we call it?
Our Wolf and Bison program takes place every Sunday, May through the end of November.
Okay.
And it is our goal to show people the first stages of the hunt, how the wolves work together cooperatively to take down large prey, and how large prey such as bison defend themselves against predators. We are the only facility in the world that does put predator and prey together on a regular basis, and we are also very proud to say that in over 20 years that we've been doing this program, the bison have won every single time.
I like that. I like that. So the wolves aren't actually attacking. They're forming up as if they were going to, but they stop just short of that.
For the wolves, this is a very serious matter. This could be their next meal, but we rely on the formidable nature of the bison, their sheer size and number, to protect them from the wolves. The wolves are going through the first stages of the hunt where they're testing and selecting which individual they think they might be able to take advantage of.
Okay. So if I were the general public coming out here with the wife and kids, I can come in and I can watch the bison and wolf interaction exhibition. What other things could I do while I was here?
Wolf Park has a variety of programs throughout the year. We are open May through November, Tuesday through Sunday. During the week, we offer tours in the afternoon with a guide so that you can learn more about the wolves, foxes, coyotes, and bison, and how their presence affects the ecosystem in general. We also offer evening programs on Friday and Saturday evenings called Howl Night, which gives the audience a chance to learn how to howl and get the wolves.
We get to howl with the wolves. Yeah, okay.
And of course, our unique wolf and bison demonstration.
Now, typically, the public is not going into the enclosures.
No, the general public does not have any contact with the animals, but we do have a very unique Adopt a Wolf program that under many circumstances allows individuals who pay the sponsorship fee of $175 to go in and interact with the wolves under particular circumstances.
Okay. I mean, this is not a petting zoo by any means.
No, it is not.
These wolves are kept as wild as possible. But tell me a little bit about how you interact with them from birth to imprint a little bit humans with them so that you can work with them and study them and keep them not really docile, but keep them in a level that you can interact with them.
The wolves at Wolf Park are still wild animals. What we have done in our hand rearing process is eliminate their flight distance from humans, so they come to accept us as a natural part of their environment. This, in some circumstances, does make them more dangerous to work with because they have no fear of humans. But on the other hand, we believe that the benefits outweigh the risks because they have a much higher quality of life in captivity, not being stressed by having people coming around, watching them. It allows us to do simple medical procedures such as vaccinations and drawing blood without having to knock them down.
Okay. And we don't have wolves in the wild in Indiana anymore.
That is correct.
We do have coyotes and we do have fox,
Yes.
Both red and gray. And here we've got a red fox and we've got a silver fox. Tell me about the silver fox.
The silver fox Devon is actually a red fox. She's just sporting a very classic silver coloration. Depending on where you live, maybe 20% of the red fox will be silver in color instead of the typical red.
Interesting. Do you do programs with the coyotes? I mean, like I said, that's kind of a big thing in Indiana because the population is really growing for coyotes.
We do offer the same sponsorship opportunities with the coyotes. Unfortunately, they're still going through their terrible twos, and we've decided to limit their access to strangers at this point in time.
Okay, pretty good. So nice little selection of things for people to come out and to see. If somebody wanted to help sponsor a program, or if they wanted to adopt and sponsor one of the wolves, tell me where we can find more information about the
We have
Wolf Park.
an extensive website, wolfpark.org.
I've been through the website. It is full of information. There's a lot of opportunities for finding out more about the programs we were talking about the sponsorship opportunities, the photography day, and just wolf behavior and the wolf species themselves, all online at that webpage. Well, I know we're looking forward to an exciting adventure coming up here with the bison demonstration, and stay with us and we'll be right back with more information and an exciting hunt this afternoon with the wolves and the bisons. Amanda, thank you very much. Cave Country Canoes, Located in the heart of Indiana's cave country, offers a variety of canoe rental trips from half-day outings for beginners to 2-day adventures for the more experienced enthusiast. Our canoe trips follow the gently meandering Blue River through the wooded hills of southern Indiana. Abundant wildlife and great fishing opportunities abound. Go to cavecountrycanoes.com for more information about our canoe and kayak trips. Your next adventure is just a paddle away. Hillbilly Custom Game Calls, offering the finest and precision-made diaphragm mouth calls for wild turkey hunting. Each call is handmade and gauge-stretched for exact tension each and every time. Select from double and triple reed calls like you've never heard before. We also have an assortment of handmade wood box calls, glass and slate-top pot calls, and predator calls that will make us your source for all of your custom game call needs. Look for us online at www.hillbillygamecalls.com. If you've dreamed of a western big game hunt or a summer vacation, Wind River Outfitters, Idaho's finest guide service, offers exciting fully guided hunts for elk, mule deer, black bear, and mountain lion, as well as summer fishing trips in the Gospel Hump Wilderness area of central Idaho. Accessible only by foot or horseback, the area reserved exclusively for Wind River Outfitters provides exceptional hunting opportunities. You'll enjoy hunting on a whole new level. Visit www.windriveroutfitters.com for more information. The Old Goat Trading Post in Bloomingdale, Indiana, offers not only traditional fur hides, hats, and mountain man-like apparel, but beautifully crafted spirit hides. Artistically sculpted from elk, moose, deer, and buffalo hides, they are the perfect wall hanging for your home or vacation cabin. The shaved hair sculpture and original painted scenes combine to create a natural canvas and work of art. Visit www.oldgoattrading.com for more information. After serving our country, serious injury shouldn't prevent our veterans from enjoying life. Paralyzed Veterans of America works with veterans to ensure that their health care and benefit needs are met, provides assistance with career needs, and offers challenging and rewarding activities. The Kentucky and Indiana chapter of PVA is proud to provide adaptive sports for members that includes hunting, fishing, trap and skeet shooting, bowling, and billiards. Visit us online to learn more about Paralyzed Veterans of America. We're at Wolf Park today, and we've got a very unique opportunity here while we're waiting for the Bison and Wolf exhibition here after a bit. We're in the fox enclosure where we have a red fox and we have a silver fox. And Amanda's giving Jacob here a unique opportunity to get to feed the animals. Very interesting and unusual to get this close to a fox, and it's, we'll see if she comes back. Here she comes back again. Here, Jacob, let me help you out here. We're gonna hold her right here. Nope, we're gonna hold her right here. That's good, that's good. Ah, that was a good one, wasn't it? She doesn't like to stay around long though, does she? No. You did good. That's the leg bone. Axle.
I feed them mostly bunnies and mice, but out in the wild they would scavenge from the kills made by larger animals, such as a deer that had been killed by something.
Like
so
if we left a gut pile. I'm glad you're enjoying.
a good girl.
That's good.
Would you like one mouse for that effort? Peanut butter and mouse sandwich?
Wolf and bison demonstration started off with the release of 2 wolves into the field with the bison. The crowd got a chance to have the wolves walking right past them, and they immediately sought out the bison. They picked them out and immediately started heading over toward where the bison herd spent the afternoon. Once they'd spotted the bison, though, they kind of pulled back to orient themselves and then started to find what was left from the bison and started rolling around in some fresh bison poop. The fresh green poop gave them something to scent immediately and began to roll in it. Now, people used to think that they disguised their own scent by rolling in droppings like this, but studies out west have shown that they roll in deer poop and even mountain lion poop. And it's not so much to cover their own scent like we first thought, but it's more of to pick up the scent and carry it back to the pack to show them what they had found and what the pack might be interested in. You can see the bison's immediate reaction to having a predator in their midst. Not only the young ones got up to their feet, but the adults got up to their feet and began to move in between the young and the predators. The wolves themselves began to kind of circle around the herd and look for possible targets that they might be interested in. The bison, being much bigger obviously than the wolves, don't run away from the wolves, but you can see here where they actually ran toward the wolves. The animals were able to kind of show the predators that, hey, we're here to protect our young, and move them out. Gray wolf populations in the natural world used to be throughout the United States. Today we find them primarily in Alaska, Canada, the northern Rocky Mountains, and we begin to see populations moving into areas such as Montana, Washington, Idaho, and Wyoming. Wolves from Alberta and British Columbia were captured in the 1990s and brought into the Yellowstone National Park area, where they'd been extinct since the 1930s, so we now find them in these areas as well.
Their success rate is about 1 in 10. Contrary to what you may have seen on TV, a hunting sequence does not take 5, 10, 15 minutes. A hunting sequence, from the time they have acquired the possibility of taking down an animal to the time that they are finally successful, can be several hours, if not a few days. And if wolves were to run into a spate of bad luck, it could be a week or more before they are successful. So, wolves will make a kill, consume all that they can, go off, sleep off that meal, and when they get up again, they are going to be spending a lot of their waking hours on their paws looking for their next meal. If they are not successful, they will return to the site of that carcass that they killed the day before and continue to feed off of it. When the wolves leave a carcass after they've eaten their fill, they are also inadvertently providing food for numerous other animals in the ecosystem. In Yellowstone alone, it has been observed of 42 different species of birds eating off of the carcass. And when it comes to those large ungulates that the wolves are able to take down, but the smaller animals such as the coyotes and foxes are not able to, by opening up the carcass, the wolves then make it easier for the wolves and coyotes and smaller animals in the area to get at the meat. So a pack usually starts with a male and a female. They'll have pups that first year, and then the pack will evolve over time with different generations of pups. As the pack matures and more individuals are brought into the pack, some individuals will get harassed, and sometimes they get kicked out of the pack and they have to leave and find their own territory. Or sometimes middle-aged animals, the teenagers, will go off on their own to see if they can't start their own family. Occasionally, like college kids, they come back home if life isn't good. And if they're lucky, they either can start their own pack or they may move in with the neighbors. We used to think that wolf packs were a closed society, that you were either born into a pack or you started your own pack. With all of the radio-collared wolves in Yellowstone, we're discovering that sometimes juvenile wolves will move in with the neighbors to kind of hang out for a long weekend and then come back home That way, if things don't go so well in their home pack, their natal pack, the pack they were born into, they can just move in with the neighbors and nobody is going to notice so much that there's an extra mouth to feed. Each wolf in the pack has its own position, and each wolf is trying to get the highest position in the pack because that's where they have most access to limited resources, and that's where some of the strife will come in. Wolves do not settle every disagreement with physical conflict. They use a lot of psychological intimidation because it's not in their best interest to constantly be hurting members of their own pack. They need the rest of the pack members in order to help raise the young, guard the territory, defend it from intruders, and to help take down the large prey, such as the bison that we have here at Wolf Park.
If you've dreamed of a western big game hunt or a summer vacation, Wind River Outfitters, Idaho's finest guide service, offers exciting fully guided hunts for elk, mule deer, black bear, and mountain lion, as well as summer fishing trips in the Gospel Hump Wilderness area of central Idaho. Accessible only by foot or horseback, the area reserved exclusively for Wind River Outfitters provides exceptional hunting opportunities. You'll enjoy hunting on a whole new level. Visit www.windriveroutfitters.com for more information.
Here at White House Whitetails, after 20 years of growing trophy bucks, we have developed a product called Buck Bullets, a hybrid supplement.
Buck Bullets is not only designed to be an excellent attractant, but also a fully loaded supplement to improve antler growth and health of your deer herd. It can be used in your backyard wooded area or in your hunting area.
You too can add at least 10 to 20 inches of antler to bucks in your hunting area the first year with Buck Bullets fully loaded hybrid supplement. Cave Country Canoes, located in the heart of Indiana's Cave Country, offers a variety of canoe rental trips from half-day outings for beginners to 2-day adventures for the more experienced enthusiast. Our canoe trips follow the gently meandering Blue River through the wooded hills of southern Indiana. Abundant wildlife and great fishing opportunities abound. Go to cavecountrycanoes.com for more information about our canoe and kayak trips. Your next adventure is just a paddle away. Looking for adventure? Marengo Cave has it all. Explore the underground wonders of Marengo Cave with our 2 easy walking tours, or go on an adventurous cave exploring trip with hard hats and lots of mud. Kids will love discovering gemstones at the Cave Springs mining flume. This U.S. National Natural Landmark has been open to the public since 1883 and provides breathtaking views of underground cave formations. Visit us online at marengocave.com and plan your visit today. Follow Indiana Outdoor Adventures online with Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Stay up to date with our exciting adventures as we're out in the field filming and meeting new people. From news updates and announcements to Twitter posts by co-host Troy McCormick. Why wait until the next season of shows when you can follow us as we're filming them? Join us online to get the most current news on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.
November 1st, rut's really just now starting to kick off. So we're set up. We're going to see what happens. It's about 5:30, so we probably have about an hour and a half, 2 hours until dark, and it's about prime time, so we'll see what we can find.
We're joining Amanda during the early archery season here, and she's got a great spot picked out. There's a lot of deer activity in the area. She's got young bucks working through the area. There are does moving around both under the stand, out in front of the stand, and while you can't hear it on tape, there's actually a buck grunting in the thicket out in front of her and moving around. Does are moving in and out, and this buck's really working the area, and they've only caught a few glimpses of him. So every time a doe comes out, she's getting ready, but it isn't until last shooting light before the buck makes his appearance. Let's see what happens.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Wait till it turns broadside. Meh. Hey. I think he's still up, isn't he? Is he still up?
He's moved around a little. He didn't go very far. Did you get it?
What a great shot. Let's see that one again.
I still hear him over there. You might want to get your phone.
I know it. You know it's pretty bad when the cameraman's shaking worse than the bow hunter. You do real good, buddy.
He's down.
Is he down?
He's still snoring, but yeah. He's laying right there.
Let him sit there a minute.
I'm about to fall out of the tree. I'm sorry.
I don't know what he is. I think he's an 8-pointer. I couldn't really tell, but he's about that
He
big.
looked like he had long tines. Really.
Yeah, he got nice tines. I think I see him now. Is that him?
I see him. He's right there. He's right there. It's November 2nd. We've been out the last couple of days watching small bucks chase does, or we've been hearing about it at least. And this has been a great spot. We saw 2 bucks here last night, small bucks. Could have shot either one of them probably, but we passed. And I decided tonight was the night this guy came along. He was looking for some loving. There were does everywhere, and we heard him grunt a couple times, and he wasn't really very receptive to the grunts or anything, but we rattled a couple times and he came back. So the fire knock, you'll probably see in the footage, the fire knock lit up really well, so it was really easy to see right where he was hit. So we kind of knew that he was going to drop pretty close, so there was no tracking deer or anything. He's a good looking deer, my first bow kill, so I'm pretty excited about it. But weather's perfect. We're gonna get him cleaned up and go check him in.